I let the about 2-month-old pullets out to do some free ranging. They're about half the size of the full-grown one. That's a good time, as long as you don't have much predator pressure, to let them out. I prefer if they stayed on this side of the property, but I don't have it fenced yet. So just keep a good eye on them. Look above. Now, our dogs are not going to try to mess with them. If you have dogs that do, definitely want a dog-proof area. Yeah, I was thinking they were 3 months, but I was counting back, and we got them in March. So they're only about 2 months old. And our baby kittens are around 1 month old or 6 weeks old, because they hatched. They were born about a month after we got these girls. Hard to keep up with everything when you got multiple animals going and gardening. I'm just looking at all my tomatoes ripening up. I've got about 100 tomatoes on the vines right now. Just waiting for them to ripen up. I'm actually going to be redoing my whole setup. See how this tall tree is. This is the way the sun rises. And so between here and here, there's no shade. So I really want to utilize the shade trees to put this in a better spot so they don't get burnt midsummer. And I also want to use this as a livestock fence, which I'm going to be putting a livestock fence from there all the way down. I'm thinking I'm putting this maybe right down there, so it will have a little bit more midday shade from that shade tree, and then attaching the poultry fence like this way. So that should cover this whole area. That's one thing when you're planning your property. You might have to do it several times to get it just right, or depending on the season that you're in. We had a pig, and so this was a pig shelter, and we had to double fortify it to keep him in. Now that we don't have a pig, we can utilize the fencing quite different. We're actually turning that back fence into a duck pond area. We'll also have goats. Now for the goats, once they clear out this, I am gonna move it, give them a little more space. But I found ducks are pretty happy in a small area. They don't roam around as much as the chickens, as long as they have a nice duck pond. Which what I do is, because our duck pond, it actually has a drain on it, so I do have to fill it during the hottest part of the summer. But I utilize their pond water for the garden in the hottest part of the summer, and so that'll give the garden extra fertilizer. And I put it in buckets, and I kind of treat it like the fish fertilizer. And then I refill the pond, which does cost quite a bit for the few months that I have to do that. It doubles or even triples our water bill. But in my opinion, it's worth it. You'll just have to experience it for yourself, getting ducks, to know how amazing they are. They also can provide you with a good source of eggs. And I have not found a difference in the eggs, like the taste, personally. Some people say they only use it for baking. Like, we just ate our duck eggs, no problem. Just like scrambled or fried, or however we usually will do the chicken eggs. But, and you can also process them just like chickens. same exact way for meat.